Hi, Sarah.
Hello, how you doing?
You're trying to join it, aren't you?
Right, everybody all right then? Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're waiting on a couple more, but you know, we can always get started.
The camera's not very good, is it? Lovely. Did you want us to mute? That was on the instructions.
Oh, Rita, you're in. Brilliant.
Okay.
I'm in. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I've just seen your message.
after a great difficulty, I'm in. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Good.
Have we got
Quick time.
Right, so everyone mute yourself except for Mike.
Can you see a black screen now?
Right.
Oh, not yet.
Not yet.
Now what can you see?
Same.
Oh dear, I've done it wrong again. This film was, I think, sent in by Peter Sampson, and it's a...
No, Andrea Sutton.
Andrea Sutton. But I thought you said that we weren't going to let Andrea Sutton in.
Sneaked her in.
Right, I'm unmuted now. I'm unmuted.
Andrea, can you tell us a bit about this film, please?
I can. It's a painting that I have in my dining room. So I live with this gorgeous image on a daily basis, and it was painted by Janet Sampson, and it means a lot to me.
Oh.
Do you want to see yourselves again, or are you all right with the next film?
Let's go next film.
Next film starting.
Bravo, Dave Dog.
Is Gary there? Is Gary here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is somewhere. He
It's
was.
muted.
Is he? Can you hear us, Gary?
Yeah, there he is.
Now that video was the first video I've ever made, so I did it because I was time pressured by Artbomb people, and
Twisted your arm.
had to react quickly.
Gary? It was brilliant.
Thank you, Gary.
Thanks, Gary. Really
I
made
hope
us
you enjoyed
smile.
it anyway.
It's great.
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah. I think it's very...
Well, I hope you enjoyed it.
my comment would be that, having, of course, had that explosion of Italian opera music at the early point within the COVID period, to then hear that music again with a puppet in someone's
Cooking up
front
now.
room
Hear anything?
is quite unnerving. Click, click. Okay, then. This is Becky.
This one's Rita.
That's my kitchen. Spent my time in lockdown. I'm on day 61, all on my own.
Oh,
So,
bless
and I've just run out of canvases.
Nice to see you here. Becky, if you'll say something after this film, okay? Let's go.
Yeah, no problem.
Becky, can I just say, Becky, I love that book.
I know.
It looks fantastic, showing all your pieces like that. That is absolutely fabulous.
That was especially for Mike, that for professional practice. Thought I'd get
Yeah.
that in.
It's not on, but I shall report back. I need to take some images of that, love, and put it into your professional practice file.
Still have maybe 15 more films to, or 40.
We better get on with it.
It's been here a while.
Does anyone need to
so
grab a
pissed at
drink
the end of
or have
this.
a
Let's pace ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, we'll all be slaughtered.
You can,
There are no words.
Oh, yeah.
Andrea needs words. How does it relate? There are no words.
Just messaged her to tell her I don't need words. Oh my God. Wow.
That was, just pass on to Kim, that was powerful. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
does anyone need a comfort break?
When does the ice cream lady?
No, crack on.
Because you can
All
just
right, Rosie.
you can just disappear if you want to.
I'm
Yeah.
smoking in my house. It's all right.
You don't have to feel that
I
you
don't.
can the camera.
Who is this?
Ava.
Ava, right.
Oh wow.
You're Ava, Sasha. Yeah.
Oh, really? Brilliant.
They were cool.
They were really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Can you
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was really fun, and she also talked. You know, we discussed sort of like, you know, how it's sort of really the darkness. It's quite a dark, unknowing time at the moment, and the clock ticking. I just thought, you know, it's a little bit sort of like we're in a bit of a darkness.
Yeah.
Is it like a suit, Sasha, with neon lights on?
No, you know, it's just all the black clothes with those
Glow
those
stick.
glow
Oh,
sticks.
glow sticks on. It's awesome. It's really cool.
That's cool, yeah.
So yeah, I don't really know what to say about it. It's kind of as you probably saw, the idea was that it was a sort of dreamscape. It started off with the room that was filled with ivy, and the idea was that it was sort of nature taking over. Yeah, I composed the music to go with it. It probably wasn't very clear, you know, over Zoom, but yeah, it was just kind of meant to be a bit out there.
And when you came out the first room into the one with with the ivy all over, and it was almost like you're coming out after lockdown, as it was taken over, and there's actually been quite a lot of occurrences in the press and what have you, showing nature coming back.
Brian is the only person who actually got to go around it properly, rather than on video, experience it as it's meant to be experienced. But I guess video is the next best thing.
Sorry, just one thing. Did you set all of those things up, or was some of it random, or was it all set up purposely like that for the video?
It was all purposely set up for the video, yeah. There was only one thing that was just happened to be there anyway, and that was, you can't see it because it's behind the sign that says Dreamscape, but there was a massive dehumidifier down there that had been drying out the basement. And one amusing thing is that the next day after I made that video, the guy from the company who owned the dehumidifier came to collect it. And he was like,
What's going on? What's going on down here? Yeah, it's like some weird cult.
Yeah.
I hope you opened the door to him with a long black flowing cloak.
I was just going to say, I hope you wound him up and you didn't say it was an art exhibition.
He's still down there, actually.
Yeah, he's still down there,
yeah, he's chained up, yeah.
Good. Bathing.
Who was that, sorry? Sorry, who was that? Who was that?
That was Mike.
Mike. Oh, that was Mike. Right, okay.
It was actually, I gave it a title and it was called Happy Clappy.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
And it was filmed on the day that I felt least happy clappy in my 2 months of complete self-isolation. I've been on my own for 2 months.
Are you locked down in Donny then?
I am. I live in Doncaster. Yeah. Why are you bloody laughing? Is this like some sort of strange? Who's laughing?
Me, Mike, I live here with you. I'm on the other side of the bridge.
I'll bring a flask up to what you call it?
Regent Square.
Regent Square, yeah.
Regent Square, mate. Yeah. Possibly something about repetition or being trapped.
Yeah.
Or not having, I was trying to work out what the fuck was going on with that bird. I couldn't make out whether was it having a bath or had been hit by a bus and it was dying.
I think it was close because it went in isolation. I think that's what was going on.
Becky, what do you reckon was going on with the bird?
I know nothing about pigeons, I'm afraid. Nothing at all.
It looked wet. It looked wet. I think that's the story.
Hello and welcome to my virtual exhibition. My name is John Potter. I've been drawing and sketching for a couple of years now. First one to show you is the interior of the chapel at Clumber Park.
So I just hope that it came across fairly okay. I'm not very good with the camera, I don't think, but managed to get it down from 15 minutes to about 3.
Great, lovely street.
It was really good, John. I loved the one you showed at the end in particular. Your trees.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
The avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real nice.
We've got all the sound going right. We're getting better at this as well. It's becoming easier.
Who's this? A new dawn.
Angela.
Cheesy but true. The perfect time to try to find you. A juxtaposition of extreme emotion. If only I could think of the fecking commotion.
Angela was really nervous about doing a film. How do you feel now, Angela, about, now you've shown it?
Yeah, fine. I mean, to be fair, I think it's what I was saying earlier. It's really hard for you guys who are visual artists and present your work. So I found it easier this time, actually. When we did actors, I found it quite tricky. Trying to think of a way to display art when you're not there. So actually, once I got into this, I found it much easier because it was just like a monologue. I'm just living such a different life. And it's just like, actually, do I actually like this life? Quite well, everybody likes getting pissed at 12 o'clock, so that's fine. Can't carry on with that, can we?
Relatable though, and I think, it's talking about something that a lot of us are experiencing.
Well, we did all start talking about the bras, and I did mention the bra in my monologue, so I know we're all feeling it. And no, I'm definitely not going back to wearing bras, so I'll definitely get that in the next clip.
No.
Anyone want to say something about Peters?
Yeah. Bravo. Bravo.
Two expressionists in the same household. In that journey, that serial journey of making more sketches, and finding out what it's got to tell you. He's showing you that journey into his sketchbooks.
Yeah.
I've got to tell you a story about Pete, because I was speaking to him earlier, and he keeps going to Sandalbeat Wood on his bike, and he takes two easels with him and gets proper set up for drawing and painting or whatever in Sandalbeat Wood. But he said, he's like nearly 80, this guy. He said that he went there a few weeks ago, which is obviously when it was like proper lockdown, and he's setting his easels up and that in Sandalbeat Wood. And some geezer, who's a warden or whatever, comes up to him and says, "You can't do that, mate," or whatever. And he said, "Give me your name." Pete's like, "No." It's just like, I don't know.
Was this the same person that did the initial video, or we just ended up with two that have been about?
No, I did the initial video.
Oh, you did the initial
of a painting by Janet, his wife.
Right.
Because I've got that painted behind me here, everybody.
Right.
The total painting. And I just wanted to express what it was like to live with a painting in your own house that you see every day, and the beauty that's in the paint surfaces and etc.
Right.
I'll mute myself, don't worry.
Oh, I know who this one's by.
It's my lockdown studio. This is where I've been
Sorry,
spending most of my time since.
Studio. It's very relaxing, soothing.
Yeah, that was done. That was done for Sasha actually, because I wasn't going to do it. I've been silly doing that sort of thing. And I said to her, "Oh, sod it, it's for Sasha. I can't let it down," and I just did it. So I gave it no thought. I'm afraid it just happened.
I'm a little envious of your studio.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm very, very, very lucky.
Not a studio.
What's the garage?
Are you going to have a party, Katrina?
I am definitely. I was going to have a party beginning of June, which was going to be a graduation and my 70th birthday party.
Bloody hell.
We're going to be bloody having that, are we?
Set my spirit free.
Ultimately, music is such a powerful medium. It will just dominate our emotions. That's my point.
Right. Well, I mean, I must admit that kind of goes over my head a little bit. But if only we had someone in the room who was who was a program leader.
Who give a shit?
You say don't know, but we obviously know. Brian teaches film music.
Brian, what do you think?
I think unlike visual art, which when you see visual art, you can see the colours, you can identify the colours. The thing about music is that very few people hear music literally; they hear it as emotion. I mean, people don't go that's a great E flat major chord. They go, that's a beautiful sound, and it's an emotional language. And sometimes the emotions can really connect with something visual, and sometimes they can really aggravate it. And I think you've got to be careful when you're placing music. I think somebody once said that music is simply silence replaced with something more interesting. So if silence is more interesting than music, then use silence. But I thought that worked really well, personally.
I liked it.
So did I, by the way. It's Anthony and the Johnsons, isn't it?
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, and I really like. He's obviously, but I found it very moving, and I just thought about. I think John is obviously having a hard time. You wouldn't make a film like that.
I don't know. I like the music. I like the use of music, and I like the silence as well on parts. But sorry, I might be talking because I've had a bit of a wine. But I do like music where the lyrics can be totally not totally irrelevant, but the whole tune and music and then the visual put out gives you a total different emotion back and how you read it.
I don't know if anyone's ever seen that film Bowling for Columbine. Has anyone seen that film? It's about the Columbine shootings, and there's a scene where they're interviewing this guy at the factory Lockheed that makes basically bombs, and Michael Moore's interviewing him saying, why do you make these things? And the guy's saying, look, we don't make them because we want to go around killing people. And then they go to this montage of loads of bombs going off, and the track behind that is Louis Armstrong singing "What a Wonderful World," and it's an amazing scene, irrespective of what your views are. It's a really amazing.
Could we say that's that counterpoint or juxtaposition?
Yeah.
Great images, Sasha. I just liked it as a series of images. Good colour, good bird song. Good bird song.
Yeah, I love the fact you could hear the birds and the pattern of the cat feet walking across the kitchen floor as well. That was really good.
I was trying to work out what the brief was, really, which was to sort of like display your work. Actually, I can't even remember. But then I just wanted to get those images of the shadows and the light. It's just gorgeous.
I think it worked. Oh, hello.
Sorry.
That's okay. I was just going to say that I thought there was like a lot of serendipitous things happening, because there was like a lot of light and shadow in play, and you know, those two elements are pretty much everything in art visually. And then all of a sudden there's the bird song, and you get the audio side, and then the camera on the floor pans around to the triangle, and then there's like this trinity that the whole video came together almost serendipitously, and I think that was really lucky and cool.
I've been growing seedlings as well. I've got some little pots of seedlings here. That when you've got such strict limitations on your immediate environment, you start to observe things in more and more detail. So
Yeah,
you're
it's
noticing,
all in the detail, definitely.
noticing the differences between small things, and taking meaning from whatever you can. Is Brian going to talk about this one as well?
No. I don't think so. No, this wasn't Brian. This was Tom, Reverend Tom.
I know it's Tom and Bridget from the church.
Yeah, Tom and Brigitte. So they are. They go to the Unitarian Church in Doncaster, which is a really kind of liberal church. I'm one of the trustees, and so is Jo, who we have somewhere. Where is she? I can't see her. Has she disappeared?
She's there. Second line down.
Second line down. Third. Oh yes, there we are. Oh yeah, there you are. Yes, hello, with the spotty cup. So yeah, he called it floral distancing, and it wasn't initially intended to be for Artbomb. It was something that he sent around to the congregation, and everyone thought it was quite poetic, you know, with the empty seats and stuff.
The people should have been on the chairs. There were open books, and people should be seen as an open book, to be read like an open book sometimes too, you know. And I thought that was pretty powerful in a way.
Lovely building. It's huge and it can hold hundreds, but the congregation is tiny. You know, you saw how many chairs were out. That's average for the number of people that's normally there.
This video is Kay Walker.
Okay. All right. We don't have Kay, do we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, we do. Right. Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah, I've never done a video before, so I didn't really know what to do, and it was just on that last day I suddenly put it all together and learned how to make a film. So yeah,
excellent,
brilliant.
Well done.
You did well.
Yeah.
Thanks. Like that one where you've done it like little speckles.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one that's like classic pointillism, but then there's some that are more kind of expressionism, pointillism kind of thing. Yeah, I really like those.
Thanks there.
Okay, you did a really good job of putting that together. Then you put music to it and everything. Gave it a great sound.
I love it. All you're working. It was nice.
I thought I recognised the music. It sounds like royalty-free music that you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Royalty-free. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, this is Becky's.
Becky.
Becky's still here.
She's done a thing again.
Oh, she's got no sound.
Can anyone read that?
Try something new using available items. New to video.
Film.
Have to write.
Right.
Mirrored.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, Becky, no. Becky, you don't. Becky, your screen is mirrored, but we are seeing it the other way around. So if you write normally, we'll see it normally. I wondered why it was backwards.
That was good. Yeah, I loved it.
That's Cuddles. Oh,
yeah. Oh,
poor animal.
Oh, I love
Poor
Cuddles.
animal.
Is Andrea still here?
Yes, yes, Andrea's there.
Is she still awake?
I've muted myself because I just can't trust
That
myself.
note.
I'm just like, I'll unmute when I feel it's. Oh, all right, Rosie.
While you're still awake.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm awake.
Whose video is this?
Right. Hi guys.
Oh, it's so
Well,
bad.
obviously, because of the current lockdown, as such, most of us are at home.
We could come around someone's house.
All together.
Maybe we can have the exhibition at Catherine Barber's house. We all bring our little artworks round.
Yeah, is Troy's video there, or are we at the end of the video?
I think there's one more to come. Here we go. This one. It's by the Hughes family.
This is not Troy's. This is Dave's. Yeah.
The Hughes.
Hughes.
Right.
That was the last film, everybody.
Oh.
Yeah, good job.
Oh, can just say before we took there was another one. There should be Troy's in there. It's only a short one, but
It was yeah, it was really powerful.
I heard yours was the really, really good one.
it was the pinnacle.
Of course, it's not a competition anyway, but
It's actually showing at the Tate next week.
yeah. No, it's not on the read, I'm afraid.
The musician and the drawer and the little mannequin going dancing.
Yep, that was Dave Hughes.
I loved it. I thought that was fabulous. I love drawing to music, and it just got that connection of how the body feels when you want to move, when you want to draw, when you want to sort of like feel something with that music. I thought it captured that very well.
Had a different sort of coming at a different angle with that. Whereas we're talking about music and art coming together before.
I want to go.
Music sort of that was a guitar piece that I'd sort of come up with during this time, you know, sort of trying to make sense of everything that's going off, and I got the family involved and asked my son Archie, he's done bits of animation before, and I said, can you make a 3-minute video? You know what I mean? To sort of
What with that mannequin thing?
Yeah. He worked it out, and he was on about doing like 25 frames per second or something. It was going to work out with 3,000 odd photos that he'd have. He kept trimming it down to about like 10 frames a second or something like that, and then he started doing the video. We set it up under his desk under these LED lights, and he started doing it, and I think he got to about 100 frames or something, and then he got a bit bored.
Yeah.
No, I liked it. I liked it.
No, okay. No, I've actually managed to find Troy's video. I've got it on the YouTube channel. We're going to switch over to Troy. Thank you, Dave.
Scary.
Yep. Troy's not making the noise, by the way.
Dave. Yeah, it's also, I like the fact that it's like it's a family representation somehow. It's people coexisting in one space. I've just got to set this one up. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
You watching, Troy?
I'm so close to the phone. I'm watching.
So I don't really know what to add. I have been making these little swamps.
It's very
Short
short.
and sweet.
Anything else to say?
Yeah. So that was not my video. That turned out to be my video. That wasn't supposed to be a video. It was just supposed to be a. Is this okay? And now it's there on YouTube. So thank you for my opportunity to shine in that light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed it. My screen was just green. Oh.
Maybe we can say something then about process. That in a way, all the films are fantastic, but in a way, it doesn't matter what the films look like either, does it really?
Yeah.
It was more about people going through a process of making something with an aim and the pleasure of having to do something, and just the distraction of not going crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I went crazier than usual making my video. Cheers.
Cheers,
Well
everybody.
done, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.
I have nothing left. So.
Everyone, just